Welcome to End to End Hockey with Brandon and Mateo. We talk about hockey.
It's not called end to
It's
end
not called
hockey,
End to End
you fucking
Hockey.
idiot.
Why do I say
Welcome
that?
to end to end, where we go end to end on things.
We only go end to end. We could be
So-
talking about hockey though, like most of the time, 96% of the time, but sometimes we dabble in the framing business of houses.
I'm actually a master carpenter.
We should start talking
the more
about
you
hockey.
know.
Let's get into
Okay.
it.
Round robin. No, let's start qualifying.
Start qualifying. All right,
Qualifying.
let's start with the letdowns of the qualifying round.
Pittsburgh, no chance Montreal ever wins that series. Like, that shouldn't happen.
You know, Montreal does play good against Pittsburgh, and like I think at the end, like systems, how the teams play, like they don't change really. Like you have your system,
Okay, yeah.
and like some play better against each other than others,
Mhm.
but there's no excuse.
No,
I'm not trying to make
there's-
an excuse for them.
They were the lowest seeded team to make the qualifying, to make like the post, like the bubble playoffs things, whatever
Yeah.
they're doing. And Pittsburgh finished third in their division, higher than teams like the Leafs.
And you
if
take,
I'm right,
but like
if I'm thinking
Sidney
right.
Crosby,
Yeah,
taking out
Crosby,
Sidney
Malkin,
Letang.
Gensel, Letang. There's no reason
those
you
are the
should be
cup-
dropping the series to Shea Weber, Max Domi, and fucking Carey Price. That
Price.
shouldn't happen.
Can't forget about Claude Julien though, and that one training staff guy. He's good.
Oh, the guy,
Yeah.
the guy who gets the sticks.
Yeah, but like the specific one, he gets the sticks like better than most of them in the league.
Oh no, the Leafs got a good stick guy. Remember that
Oh
goal?
yeah, the
Fucking
assist.
threw that over
They should
the
have given
boards
the
to
assist for
Marner.
that. Anyways, Montreal.
So
upset.
Pittsburgh lost 4 games to Montreal. Shouldn't have happened. Montreal moving on.
3 games.
They swept them? No. Didn't Pittsburgh took game 2?
Yeah, but you said they lost 4 games.
They lost in 4 games.
Oh, that's what you said.
They
I'm
lost
sorry.
in 4 games.
All right.
So that's probably,
Is that the biggest upset you think?
personally to me, no. But I think in general,
Has to be.
I think so.
Well, I think when you're taking on Crosby, Malkin,
I think Pittsburgh has
Letang.
that like status that if they're in the playoffs,
they're going for it. They're doing things.
there's no reason that they can't win the cup.
And definitely just can't win the first round. Well, if we hypothetically call it a first round. Anyways, moving
Then
on. So
we'll touch
Pittsburgh was a
we'll touch
letdown.
the West.
Yeah, we'll save the hometown for you
Yeah.
last.
We'll touch the West. We'll go with Edmonton.
Connor McJesus himself
Yeah.
and his disciples.
I honestly, I don't think that's that big of a upset personally. Like, I don't think Edmonton is that strong of a team. Besides, McDavid and
Yeah,
Draisaitl.
he's kind of good.
Like, besides them, it's not
Well, I mean,
it's not that surprising.
definitely not an upset, but maybe against Chicago.
Even Chicago's not a bad team though. It's not like where did Edmonton finish third in their division?
Yeah, they finished up there. Yeah.
Were they third or were they in the wild card?
No, I think they finished third.
I don't know. Edmonton, even if it was a normal playoffs, I don't see them moving past the first round anyways. They seem like a team built for the regular season.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So back to Edmonton. I don't think it's that big of a surprise that Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves, and Duncan Keith can beat the Edmonton Oilers. I
Yeah.
think there's a lot of teams in the league that when you are going up against Edmonton in the playoff series, especially this Edmonton team, they're not a team that you look at and you're like, wow, they're unbeatable or this is going to be tough. Even with McDavid and Draisaitl, I don't think they're not an unbelievable offensive team.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Defensively, they're not great.
They're just not a full team. Like, that's a problem. They have...
To me, they seem like a worse version of the Leafs.
Yeah, it's just... But the Leafs can... They have talent spread around, though.
Yeah, like on.
I would say a worse version of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, sure. I guess.
I
I
mean,
can see that.
just because of the two powerhouses. It's really iffy. Like, I don't see... At the same time, it's just that McDavid's too good. Like, he could take the puck from his
Yeah,
zone
but-
and just go and score.
But this is a star player doesn't have.
Yeah, no. It's not the NBA where you can have
Yeah,
two
like
good
that's what I was
players and
gonna
you
say.
can win a championship, but it should definitely get you past the first round, in my opinion. Definitely past the qualifiers round.
Well, since we're talking about star players and not getting you past the qualifying round, I guess this is a good way to go into the Leafs, which
Yeah.
have 3, 4, possibly 5 star players on their team, and dropped
They
to
have three players that are
Columbus.
getting paid more than $10 million, so we'll categorize it as that.
Yep,
They have
and
superstars
they dropped it to Columbus.
whose highest paid players maybe like $6 million. I mean,
So
besides the money, like players can take pay cuts, so that doesn't really justify a superstar. But the Leafs had no business in losing that. Not
no,
even
I don't
like
think
it's
there's.
there shouldn't have been breathing room for Columbus, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the management has to take a look at the team over the offseason, and something's got to be different to where next season they're not going in with the exact same team again.
Yeah, I mean, I find that I don't know where the problem really lies though with the Leafs. Like it's like they can get to that game 7, they can get to that game 5, but they can't finish it off.
Because I think what it is they don't have someone that's been there, and
Yeah.
like I mean they do, like a guy like Muzzin and whatever,
Yeah.
but they don't hold a big enough part of the team.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, if it was like, say, a McDavid who's been there,
Like if they manage to somehow get Petrangelo in the offseason, which
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the salary cap's not looking like it's gonna happen. But like someone like that, where like he'd be, one of your top 2 defensemen, and he's been there, he has experience. When it's a second pairing,
You just
third
need a-
line guy,
you need a decent. I would say like a guy like Krejci
yeah,
would
something
even
like that.
would even be like like a not a crazy overall guy, but Krejci's one of like the better playoff performers like statistically, and he can drive a line. And
Yeah,
he knows
you
what it
need
takes.
someone-
They have to know how to win, and it's not just going out there and putting the puck in between your legs and sniping it and making it look pretty. Like there's ways to win. Like
Yeah, like you need a player like Spezza, but with more ability
Correct,
than
yeah,
Spezza
yeah.
this far in his career.
who can take a whole line and do it. But yeah, definitely a letdown. The Leafs got to do something this offseason. I see them doing some drastic stuff, to be honest.
I don't think it's. I think if next year isn't anything less than the conference finals next year is a failure. I think like making the second round. Okay, you won one more game than you usually
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
I think the conference finals, and then that's when you take a look at what's not working on the team. Like I think you can expect some players not to be back next year,
Mhm.
but I don't think it's going to be anybody big or anything like where it's multiple big pieces of the team
Right,
that
right,
aren't going to
yeah,
be there.
Right. Well, they definitely have some work to do in the future. But I mean, I don't really know what the issue is there. Like you got a good goalie.
Mhm.
He just I don't know if he's clutch enough.
He'd be another person that would be interesting to see if he's going to come back because he's the last year of his contract anyways.
His
So
numbers aren't
maybe
great.
if they try and I don't think any goalie on the Leafs numbers are going to be great with the way the
they
team
get-
plays.
It's more of a like the saying defense wins championships. The Leafs don't believe in it. They believe
But
in
it's-
like you can outscore your opponents, but it's just like you can't rely on outscore. Like you can always rely on defense.
It's not. I don't think they need like a big defenseman, like a big name defenseman on their
Mhm.
team to be successful. I think they just need to play better defense as a team.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I don't know. Like Matthews looked really good. Like he
Yeah,
looked really good.
Like there were a few
Defensively.
players that looked like he was just one of the few players that actually looked like they gave a shit.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
when the
definitely.
game was 0-0, he looked like he wanted to win.
Yeah, he wanted that first.
Like throughout the entire game, he looked like he was giving 100%. And like Marner, the net gets pulled, and then he's like, "Fuck, maybe I should try and."
Yeah, no,
Play
yeah.
it
No,
now.
definitely. Matthews probably looked the most promising. Let's talk about the most promising players out of the. We'll go into depth with the Leafs. So I got Matthews at number 1.
Yeah, Matthews, Tavares.
I would put Kerfoot above Tavares
Yeah,
just because of he's not getting paid $11 million and he's doing more than those guys. Not than Tavares, but than Marner and stuff. He really stepped up.
Muzzin.
Muzzin unfortunately, until he got injured, he would have been a key part. I think.
Yeah,
I think that series is.
I don't know. I mean, if that doesn't, Muzzin shouldn't be breaking your season.
Yeah, you
But
shouldn't rely on a guy.
it's
But he's that guy that they need.
yeah. If they could get another one like him on offense, where he would be like if he was playing forward, like his skill level at forward would probably be like
correct.
second line.
Yeah, and
If you can get someone on the second line who plays with as much heart as Muzzin does, I think they'd be in better
that's
shape.
what you need. Yeah. But yeah,
Like Riley was a horse.
yeah. No, I mean that's unreal. Tyson Berry, you have
Tyson Berry
you have an
played
opinion on him?
fucking terrible all season. The Leafs power play started to look good when they took Tyson Berry off the first unit.
That power play should be the best in the league. Up there.
Yeah, it should
I
be.
mean, like you have money
But
on that line.
Nylander looked fine.
I like Nylander.
He played all right.
Nylander to me is one of the more like
He gets
standout players every night.
Yeah,
you
he
know?
gets more hate than he deserves.
I'm not trying to say he's better than Marner, but
He's not $5 million worse than Marner. Either.
no, exactly. And I don't see him lose the puck when he's entering the zone. He has to have, I don't know the exact statistic on it, but he has to be up there with the cleanest zone entries.
Oh no, yeah, he's one of the best in the league at zone exits and zone entries.
Because he keep like, I don't know if it's how he sees the game, or just he can get the puck out and get the puck in, and like that's a key part.
That's important.
Like sure, Marner can.
I'm
do
sure
it
Marner
once every
isn't
3.
that far off.
No,
the
definitely
pace.
not. But
he's one of the Nylander is one of the better players in the league at zone
yeah,
entries and zone exits.
you can see that it's not hard to tell. All right, I mean, anyone else in thing? I mean, New York just a complete letdown.
I don't. But yeah,
I mean, not a letdown, but I mean, Panarin. I don't see them beating Carolina, but Panarin definitely could have done something.
Yeah, I mean, you should have a game or two.
Yeah, I mean, like the Hart Trophy candidate with the player with the most goals per game, Mika Zibanejad. Like, they couldn't get anything rolling. Unfortunately, I would like to see the Rangers go. Like that would have been an interesting team to see get hot.
I only wanted. The only reason I would have cared to see them go is if Lundqvist was starting.
Oh yeah, I mean yeah, and see, he played good, and it's like most of the goals you can't even blame. They give what's his name?
Shesterkin?
Yeah.
Something
If
like
he
that.
was playing, I mean, those goals are still going in regardless. So I mean,
Yeah.
you can't put the blame on Lundqvist at all.
That's the only if they were going deep, I would really only care if Lundqvist was
Starting
in
at one
net.
cup. Yeah.
In
gotcha.
net. And
Yeah.
not in net.
I mean, that's about it for the anyone
Nashville.
else. Oh yeah, I mean
But
Nashville.
it's nothing crazy.
I like Arizona. I like how they look. Underrated team.
Yeah.
They got good parts.
Round
Vancouver. Yeah.
Skip it.
Yeah.
Everyone else is about what you would have expected.
Okay, yeah. Let's get to round robin. Start with the East. So everyone looked good, except for
Boston Bruins.
Mine truly, the Boston Bruins.
So you got Philly seeding first, which honestly isn't what I expected. I honestly would have thought they would have went second.
Yeah, I saw them being up there. I personally saw Boston actually seeding third. I didn't. I knew they were gonna lose to Philly. I thought they were gonna beat Washington, but no. But it is what I mean. The seeding's really not that big of a deal, and you can tell with some of the teams that they
didn't
thought of that
really
as well.
care.
Especially the Bruins, with Marchand saying that it was like preseason.
So you got Philly first, Tampa second, Washington third, and then Boston coming in at number 4. I honestly thought there would have been a better performance from Washington. They were who I would have had at number 1.
Yeah, damn. I had Tampa at number 1, just because of it's Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but I feel like they haven't done anything.
You're saying like off-season moves and stuff?
No,
or?
like just in general, the Leafs get a lot of shit for not going like no success.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
ever since
yeah, no, I agree.
Tampa
with that.
was an unreal team, missed the playoffs that year, 2016.
I think it was 2006. They missed it by I remember
By
that,
a
actually.
point.
Yeah, it was like a point.
Then they got a high draft pick. I think they drafted whatever, and
No
now
one foot.
they made the finals 6 years ago, 5 years ago.
Like in Chicago, right?
Yeah,
2015. Yeah.
5 years
Yeah,
ago.
5 years ago.
So out of the last 4 years, they've had just as much playoff success as the Leafs.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
no one really talks about that actually.
Yeah, they don't. I think Tampa Bay doesn't. It gets a pass. They're a regular season team.
Yeah,
And
no, I agree with that.
until they prove otherwise, I'm not gonna give them the benefit of the doubt that I would like Washington. Even Washington for the longest time didn't have a lot of playoff success, but they did it. And even when
Well, yeah,
they
they
didn't have
couldn't
playoff
get-
success, they still went
They
deep.
couldn't get out. They couldn't beat Pittsburgh. That
They
was
hit
the thing.
they hit the second round regularly, conference finals.
Or they couldn't
once.
get out. There's something they couldn't get out of the second round, I think.
Yeah, they couldn't get out of
It
the
was
second round.
curse, right? Yeah. Yeah, I
mean-
mean, but like, I mean, is it even better than just? I feel like if you're making the playoffs, say 5 years straight, and you're going to the second round every year, if you're not hitting the conference finals in one of those 5 years, like there's a problem there.
I mean, depending on how good your team is, right? Because you could have
Say you're
for the
proje-
longest time Detroit in 24 years straight,
Yeah,
They're not-
Okay. That's true.
or like a team like Minnesota, who their division was kind of weak, and every year they made it in.
Hmm.
And
Yeah,
I'm
saying like a
if
a
you're but if
top-seeded
you're
team.
if you're like a top 5 team in the league
And
and
you
you can't get past the second round, you're unsuccessful.
It's like the Leafs. If they like you said, if they don't get into the conference finals next year, there's an issue. You got to dissect it and
Yeah,
see
it's
what
been.
the problem is.
I think this is the third year that the Leafs are truly a competitive team. Like
Yeah, I mean
this,
the first.
this was their third year of being a team that can go deep.
Yeah,
They're not that young anymore. I mean, they're young, but like
they got some
you have
experience underneath them.
4 or 5 seasons in the league. You should, you're pretty well seasoned in how to play hockey
Yeah,
in the
no,
league.
definitely.
So
Well, let's talk about
the West.
the West. Yeah, the West round robin.
So you got the Knights seeding number 1, Avalanche 2, Stars 3, and St. Louis 4.
The former Stanley Cup champions. We
So,
got fourth place. I mean
the
the two.
The Stanley Cup finalists from last year,
seeded
both
last.
seeding 4 in
Is
their
this
respective
a strategy?
conference. I mean, maybe.
Is this a strategy we don't know about?
Maybe.
And they're gonna just replay this. I mean, out of the West, everyone looked as they should have,
Except for St. Louis.
except for maybe St. Louis. The seeding, I think, besides St. Louis, I would have probably had Vegas and St. Louis switched.
You would have Vegas 4th?
I would have them fourth or third.
Yeah. I mean,
Colorado looks good there, and Dallas, I think, might have looked good. I would say if St. Louis and Vegas switched, it would look more realistic.
yeah.
I'm not saying Vegas is a weaker team, but St. Louis is just really good.
Yeah, I always see Vegas, and I'm like, they actually can't be this good. This is like their third year in the league.
Yeah, I mean, after the first year, they got
Like,
to the cup final. It's like, okay.
They
it's-
can't, like, they're not actually this good. And then they just keep proving that they are actually this
Yeah.
good. So,
They're a
I
good
mean,
hockey
it
team.
is.
I don't know what it is, but I mean, Mark Stone definitely helped out a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, they just have to be coached very well, I guess. That's got to be what it is. Gerard Gallant has to be coaching something special in the locker room.
He's got to be cooking up something. I don't
And-
know what it is, but he's got to be doing something right. So we talk the rounds now. Talk about some games that were played, or
So
We covered
the
everything?
first day, well, actually, we're into the second day of the first round. We can go. We'll start off with.
do you want to talk about the Tampa game?
Yeah, we
The
can.
five
We
OTs.
can start there. So Tampa versus Columbus. First game goes into the 5th overtime for the 4th longest game ever.
Yeah, it was a nuts game. I mean, it was kind of starting to look. I mean, definitely not predictable to be in 5 OTs, but after the first 2, it was looking like what's gonna happen. Like, is anyone actually gonna score? Like, are they actually gonna score? It was just getting to the point where they're just. I mean, obviously, like, you're tacking on an extra what?
Two and a half games.
Like, players are getting tired. It's like, how much could they actually do of this? And like, if no one's got that energy,
You know what? The series should actually be 2-0. It shouldn't be. It
Yeah,
shouldn't
like,
be 1-0
should have
anymore.
got
You guys used up all your ice time.
It's like, damn, man. Like, Carolina's got to play. Boston's got to play, and then
The best part of this game was Carolina's Twitter.
yes,
That was better than the hockey that was being played.
very good. I mean, even today they were buzzing today. They won the internet for today.
They're just good.
I don't know who's doing that stuff, but we got to get them on this podcast. That's what we got to do.
Yeah, I doubt it, but
We can do it.
so
Let's talk about Korpisalo's 85 saves,
yeah,
most of all time, right?
is it?
I think so. I thought that's what I saw on my iPhone.
So lets in 3 goals, still manages to have a 966 save percentage.
And, I mean,
With 150 minutes time on ice. It was a strange
yeah. So
strange game.
he has the most saves in the NHL game now. I mean, and like, okay, yeah, you're gonna say he played what, 8 periods of hockey. He faced 88 shots. It's not like he faced, like Vasilevsky played the same amount.
He faced 88 shots, and the Columbus Blue Jackets had 62 block shots. So, to compare, the Blue Jackets had 63 shots on goal, and the Lightning only blocked 30. So they had more than double the block shots. So really, the Lightning were ripping them at Columbus all game long.
Yeah, and Tampa, I mean, really just, I thought, like, this was the game for Columbus to get a win, like a gross win. This would be it. Like,
Yeah, late
there's
in
only
the game,
so
just
many.
score a shitty goal.
And it's not even late, like overtime. Like, it's just like an odd rush or a bad change by Tampa. Like, you don't get these chances against Tampa every time.
No.
Like, you're not going to be able to push Tampa to.
You're
It's
not
not that they
gonna-
push Tampa to overtime, but you have to capitalize on this. This was the game that they had to win, in my opinion.
Yes. You're not going to be taking 4 penalties against Tampa Bay,
And they're not going to score.
and they're going to go 0 for 4.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not going to happen.
So
So
they definitely should have.
I think they fumbled an opportunity.
Yeah.
But,
Not saying it's over, but this would have definitely been the game to win. In overtime, anything can happen. I mean, they had a couple chances. I mean, they weren't playing bad, but
this isn't the team that you want to be trailing throughout the series. Like,
Yeah,
now
exactly.
you have to win 2 back-to-back.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be the
yeah,
easiest
exactly.
thing in the world.
Yeah,
But Vasilevsky, good.
unreal. Oh, I want to touch on Seth Jones' ice time.
65 minutes and 6 seconds.
Yeah, that's
A full game, more than a full hockey game.
yeah. I guess that's pretty good though. No, that's not
Yeah,
bad.
and his partner, Zach Werenski, 61 minutes.
That's not bad at all, actually. I mean, I think that's
It's
maybe
kind of weak, though. He probably could have played more, honestly.
that's above average. I think just around there. But yeah, unreal performance by them too.
Yeah,
the time they
him.
played.
I mean, I think everybody who played this game set a career high in time on ice.
Had to.
But him and Hedman both, respectively, set their careers.
I mean,
Time on ice?
Definitely Vasilevsky. We got to talk about their ice time. They were on the ice the whole time. Why is no one talking about
150 minutes.
that? I mean, that's just actually nuts, though. To be standing on, like, are you joking? It's crazy. The whole game was crazy. A great game. Definitely way too long, and definitely caused a little trouble with Boston and Carolina playing, so they had to move it to today. But it is what it is, and
It is what it is.
exactly. But the goal was obviously going to come like a weird goal, and it did, with the Columbus defender taking the puck off the face and then bouncing.
Yeah, I
turning
think
point.
that was. It was how it was gonna happen.
It was not like exactly it was
And-
going to hit off someone's face, but I mean, no, definitely was going to.
It was
going
gonna
to
be a broken
something.
play.
Yeah, and just that's exactly how it happened.
And Korpisalo looked tired too. Like in the thing, he looked.
I mean, he just I remember after the third overtime, he just like threw his
played
mask.
2 games.
Like-
Honestly, at what point do you think, like maybe put in
Elvis? Yeah.
whatever Merzlikins?
Elvis Presley. Yeah, it's
Like I wonder if that crossed their mind when your goalie's played 2 games in a row.
I feel like that'd be up to the goalie. I mean, and you can't blame him.
Like
Like, you don't get a shift change. I mean, okay, yeah, you don't get the pressure all on you, but like, you're standing, and just like it's
because like
pretty absurd.
teams won't play their goalies back to back over 2 days,
but they play them 2
but
games
they
straight.
play them back to back in 6 hours.
Yeah. No, it's actually nuts. A crazy game. Definitely one for the Bucks, and pretty cool it happened, I guess.
So we'll keep with the East and go with the game that got postponed.
Which ended up playing this morning at 11 a.m.
Yep. Brunch of jerks.
Bunch of jerks. That is the.
Carolina's really,
They're doing pretty good.
I don't want to see them out just so their Twitter guy can keep going.
Don't say that. He can still tweet, and there's nothing.
Yeah, but there's nothing. There's not going to be as fun if Carolina's not there.
Yeah. So I watched this game at work.
Yep, you did.
I mean, I had to. I had no choice. If I was getting fired today, it's like, listen, man. Okay, send me home. I'm gonna watch the game anyways. It doesn't matter. But yeah, a good game. Boston looks like they're kind of looking like that President's Team trophy team. Carolina looks unreal though. Like, they look really good. They're finishing their checks. They're a big team, and they're a team that can definitely take out the Bruins. Take out almost, I would say, well, going into the playoffs, the favorite team. But I mean, after the round robin, maybe some opinions have changed. But Carolina looks really good. The defense is solid. Their forwards are solid. Their goalies may be a little iffy, but when you have that solid defense, you just need them making those
you just need him. Saves. You just need him to be average.
Yeah,
like as long as he's average, you have a good shot.
But Pastrnak coming up big with the goal. I don't know if you saw the play, but it was a beautiful set play. Like, that top line is dangerous with those set plays. I saw it happening, and see, the thing is that because if without Bergeron, that line doesn't work, because you can't. If you look at it, Pastrnak was going to the net regardless. He knew Bergeron was going to win. To have the confidence in your centerman to win the faceoff, that's like 95% of the play. Or else, like, the whole play doesn't happen. It's too slow.
Yeah, he drives the line, and you can see whenever he's not in the lineup, it looks like they're not.
He's their best player every night.
Like, it looks like a different line without him on it.
He's their best player every night, and it's not even close. He does everything. And yeah, so we'll talk about Brock McGinn's shorthanded tally.
Unreal.
It's pretty nasty.
It was a nice goal. Charlie Coyle's goal.
Oh, yeah, the questionable goal. I honestly still don't know exactly what the explanation is. I'm happy. I mean,
watching it live, they were saying that it was a hand pass, and then because Mrazek covered the puck, that it changed possession. So then when Charlie Coyle dug it out from underneath him, that it wasn't a hand pass anymore. But which I don't understand, because if they hand pass it, then Mrazek covers the puck, which is what the Situation Room said. It should be blown dead, and if it's not, it should be goalie interference when you get the puck out from his glove. That's how I would have thought of it. And then goal ends up counting. Boston goes on the power play. Canes get a shorthanded goal, so I guess it evened itself out.
Carolina said it best. Puck don't lie. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy that Boston got that one. I don't know. It might just because I'm a Boston fan, but they don't get those bounces. I mean, it might be the same for every team that they think that their team don't get those bounces, but I've seen Boston get just shafted with those calls all the time, and it's good to see them get one in their favor. I mean, and then Brock McGinn just gets it like 21 seconds later, so it doesn't really matter. But the game was good. It was a good game, and then we got Bergeron capping it off in OT. It was a pretty play, but Mrazek looked a little out of position. But,
just want to interrupt here. New York and Washington currently live 2-2 in the third.
That happened.
It's scoring.
It was 0-0 for
it was.
Who scored?
TJ Oshie with 2.
Oh, the Sochi man.
And Jordan Eberle to bring it 2-1, and then Anders Lee tied it up in the third.
That's going to be a good series.
A lot higher scoring than I
thought it was. I thought I was going to say 0-0. Oh, interesting. Alrighty, let's get on to who else played yesterday? Well, today. Or that's all.
No. Hawks and Knights?
Yes.
You want to go?
Forgot about those guys.
Swing to the west?
So that was the most spread out game, right? Score-wise?
Yeah, it was 4-1.
Yeah, so Vegas just let them have it. I mean, the Hawks just got to...
I think this is what you can expect. I think when the Hawks win, it's not going to be because they played great. I think it's going to be because Vegas played bad. I don't think that at any point they're really going to be... I don't think they're going to be at any point a favorite in this series.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that. But if Vegas does play bad, though, Chicago will make you... the Jonathan Toews people in the league don't get enough recognition throughout the league, it's because they don't put up the crazy numbers. But when it's like this is Jonathan Toews in like playoffs. It's a different player. It's a different game. The playoffs is a different game. But I mean, the problem is Chicago getting their only goal on the power play. They're 5-on-5.
Short-handed.
Oh, was it shorthanded?
Short-handed.
Okay, so even still, it's still an odd time to score. It's not a 5-on-5 even strength goal, which was Vegas had all for 5-on-5.
Yep. They managed 20 shots, which is never enough. And Vegas is 4-0 right now. Like, they're not... They haven't lost yet. And I don't think they're going to lose 4 against the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Especially this Blackhawks team with a 35-year-old Duncan Keith. Even though he looks great, he's not the Duncan Keith that was winning the Norris and gold medals.
You think that if this is Edmonton against Vegas?
No, I think it's a sweep.
Yeah, for Vegas.
Yeah, I don't.
You think they don't stand? You think Chicago stands a better chance?
Yeah. Chicago stands a better chance.
When I say Edmonton, I do mean Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, by the way.
Yeah, I think the Blackhawks stand a better chance, but I don't think their chance is that much better.
Yeah. Vegas looks really good. They're like, they win games. Don't know exactly what it is about them. They don't got those crazy flashy players. But they got a deep enough team. Let's talk about Leonard starting and not the Kwa Fleury.
Yeah, that's weird. I want to look at Fleury's stats actually, because he had to have played bad, or else.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I mean, they split the round robin, so I mean, unless the numbers would have to be crazy different. I mean, they didn't lose though.
No, he got a win. So. I mean,
bad numbers. Oh, what happened?
He played against St. Louis. He had a 765.
I can see from here.
I mean, he managed to win, but he only faced 17 shots, and he let in 4.
Yeah, so I mean, maybe Leonard is the way to go. I mean, and see, the thing is with Vegas, another dangerous is that, okay, Leonard's not playing great because he's not really that full starter material. You have Marc-Andre Fleury to back it up.
And even Fleury throughout the year, he had a down year compared to...
I mean, he's getting there. He's older.
He's 35.
Yeah, he
had a 905, which I think this year is actually like league average. I think league average was kind of bad this year. But...
not for Tuukka Rask. Let's go.
League average was lower than usual this year. But comparing his regular season to Leonard's, I mean, Leonard had a 940 with Vegas and a 918 with Chicago this year. So he was the better goalie.
Yeah, no, Leonard is definitely a good goalie, and we'll see. We'll see if he could stay playing like this throughout the playoffs. There's no need to put Fleury back in it. Fleury's had his run of being the starter for the Stanley Cup with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's been there a few times.
And so
he's done it.
The good thing is he has that, like Leonard has that person.
Yeah,
like Fleury can tell him things that like another backup goalie or even like someone like a player couldn't tell him because they're not. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's a good punch that Vegas has there. So Vegas looks strong. I like their chances. Talk about another game.
Final game that's happened so far, Stars and Flames.
The weirdest series for me, to be honest. The series I have little, not knowledge on, but no clue of what's going to happen of it.
Yeah, they're two teams that it's like, when I look at both of them, I don't think either of them are that strong. Mm-hmm. So I think it can go either way. Calgary took game 1, 3-2.
Yeah, and see, like, it's a close game. I mean, Calgary was a better team by far. But, again, Dallas's goals weren't the prettiest, but it just shows you that it's like it was a 1-goal game from just Dallas ripping the puck on the net, taking a weird bounce and going in.
And I wonder, I didn't watch the game, but I'd want to know if there was like the coaching was questionable, because the times on ice for Dallas is not at all where you'd expect them to be. Like, no player got 19 minutes, no forward at least. Like, Sagan played 16 minutes.
Yeah, that's got to be He's got to be playing at least.
Like Pavelski played more than him. And I don't think you need 35-year-old Joel Pavelski out there.
I could see him playing the minutes, but definitely with Seguin.
Yeah, I don't.
You know what I mean? But
maybe I'm not.
There had to have been Seguin had like something might have happened. Who knows?
Like they were only shorthanded once, so it's not like And Seguin had penalty kill time too.
Are all these goals special teams? Is that what I'm seeing? Power play shorthanded.
No. Flames had 2. Oh yeah, all the goals were special teams. This was weird. This was a weird game.
The Flames had 2 shorthanded goals.
Yeah, Dylan Dubé got a shorthanded goal and a power play goal.
So I mean, Dallas has just got to really capitalize, and they got to play You got to play your good players, especially when you're down by 1. Like in the third period, the whole third period to be down by 1, and Sagan's only clocking in 16 minutes of ice time. He's got to be up in the low 20s.
Yeah, Dallas had 2 power plays, and Tyler Seguin has a minute 47 time on ice on the power play. Yeah, so out of 4 minutes, he didn't even play half.
Yeah,
he's your best chance at scoring a goal,
unless maybe he tweaks something.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see the game, but looking at the team stats here, it's weird. It's like Game 7 last year against Boston, when Austin Matthews had 17 minutes, and it doesn't make sense. But maybe just it was Game 1, they thought that they could do it. Like Calgary scored with 4 minutes left. Oh no, that's in the second.
They had a whole third period. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, you got to tax your big players. They got to play time unless something happened. How much time did Jamie Benn have?
1850.
I mean, that's more reasonable. But even him, those guys should be on there for 20 minutes when you're down by 1. You have the whole third period down by 1. Those guys are double shifting.
Yeah, once you hit 10 minutes and you're still losing, they should be rolling out every other shift.
There's no question about it. Those are your top guys. They get paid to do that, and they got to prove that. But that's a weird series for me.
So, let me take one more look at the live game, because there's 2 live right now, actually.
I think Washington had a power play.
Yeah, Islanders scored.
Wow.
So, I think it was a shorthanded goal, Justin Bailey.
Look at that.
So, it's 3-2 Islanders, 13 left in the third, Capitals on the power play. Then Avalanche and Coyotes, 0-0, 5 minutes left. Oh, it's Josh Bailey.
Yeah, Ha. It was a prank, everybody. Relax. You don't gotta flame them.
I
mean, there's still time left in the Washington game.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past Ovechkin to score on the power play right now.
You can never put Ovechkin anything past him. Talk predictions for the round?
Yeah, round 1 predictions.
Let's do that.
Let's go Philly, Montreal, 1 seed versus 8 seed in the East.
Yeah, so I got Philly just annihilating, sweep, or Game 5. I don't really see Montreal doing what they did against Pittsburgh. Philly looks just too good right now, to be honest. And, I mean, the only way I can see... I don't see Montreal winning at all. I could see Montreal maybe prolonging it if Price can stand on his head, but it's not going to be another case with Pittsburgh. Philly just doesn't look like they're going to downplay and let Montreal capitalize on them.
Yeah, I got Philly in maybe 6. I think Carey Price is a good enough... If he plays like he's been playing, he's good enough to steal a game or 2. So I say Philly in 5 or 6. I wouldn't be surprised if it went 6, but I think 5. I don't think Philadelphia's going to have a hard time dealing with Montreal.
Yeah.
Philly
looks good.
Yeah, very good. So you got the 2-seeded Lightning versus the 7-seed Blue Jackets.
Yeah, I got Tampa taking this one.
Yeah.
5 games. Like I said, Columbus, it'd be a different series right now if Columbus won that. I mean, they win that first game. Like you say, you don't want to be trailing in Tampa Bay.
No,
you can't.
Even if you're a good team,
you don't want to be trailing
Tampa Bay.
But I just got Tampa, just no question about it. 5 games.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Tampa in 5, especially if they can start rolling now.
Yeah, and then
like they went 0-4 on the power play in Game 1. They're not doing that again.
Like if Cooch gets hot, Point gets hot, and they're clicking. I mean, I don't care how good Columbus's defensive structure is. Like when you're having like the thing is, Tampa Bay's fourth line's not bad. They can run with Columbus's first line and their first defensive pairing.
Yeah.
You can always have Cooch coming in when you don't have the best defenders on the ice.
Uh-huh.
And the power play is going to start clicking, and it's just going to be Columbus had to win that first game.
Like, Columbus did beat the Leafs, but it was game 5. It's not like they cleaned them out. The Leafs would be having trouble with Tampa right now. So
Yeah, I do see the Leafs doing.
the Leafs
to
generally play Tampa pretty good, and they do play Columbus
They
bad.
kind of play similar. I think that's why they.
Yeah,
I guess like Tampa has just the edge on the defense side, maybe, but they're pretty similar offensive teams, just powerhouse teams.
so I say Tampa in 5. I don't think Columbus is going to be able to do what they did to the Leafs again.
No.
Like, the Leafs shot under 2%.
Yeah, no, it's just Tampa's winning.
That's not going to happen. Washington at the 3 seed versus the Islanders at the 6 seed.
I got the Islanders with this one in Game 7. They're a better Columbus, is how they play.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the star power on Columbus is maybe a little bit better on the defensive side, but how New York plays, they play 4 lines of hockey. They run it amazing. It seems that it's just how they're composed as a whole team is just unreal.
They're a well-coached team.
Yeah. And who's their coach now?
Alain Vigneault.
Yeah, so I mean,
So
you got a good coach. You got someone who knows.
he's won.
And,
He's been there.
exactly. So I see the Islanders win. It's going to go to 7, though. And
No, not Alain Vigneault.
no,
He's coaching
isn't it
Philly.
Barry Trotz,
Barry Trotz.
And
That's
there you
what I was
go.
thinking.
He won.
He's been there.
So
So
Alain Vigneault's a pretty good coach, though, too.
yeah, he's doing Philly now. They're doing
Anyways,
great.
I got Islanders in 7. The series is going to 7, but I got the Islanders edging them out in the end.
I'm gonna go Washington. Oh, I mean, looking right now, they're trailing in the first game, but their special teams is rolling right now. Both their goals came on the power play, and it's TJ Oshie who's scoring. So if you can keep that going, they're not going to be shut out 5-on-5.
All right.
It's not going to happen when you have Ovechkin.
All right.
I'm going to say Capitals in 7,
All right.
but Trotz coached the Capitals.
Yeah.
He knows the players. He knows Ovechkin.
That's
And
the
if
thing, too,
anybody's
yeah.
going to be able to shut him down, it's going to be his coach.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if the Islanders beat them, but I don't want them to because they don't play fun hockey.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It's defense.
It's safe hockey. It wins you games. It's not fun to watch, but it definitely wins you games.
So, I wouldn't be surprised if it went either way, but I'm going to go Capitals in 7.
Yeah, I think it's going to 7 either way. And then we got my Bruins and
The 4th seeded Bruins and the 5th seeded Colorado
the
Hurricanes.
bunch of jerks.
So you got the worst of the best versus the best of the worst.
There we go. That's
With
a
the
good way to
seeding.
say it. I mean, I'm gonna just go with my boys here, and I got Bruins in 5. Just if Boston's gonna win this series, they're gonna do it fast. They swept them last year, and Carolina's got a lot better since last year. But I got them in 5. If they're gonna get it done, it's gonna get done quick. If this does go to 7, I can see Carolina winning. No problem at all.
Yeah, Carolina actually looks
Like
very
they look good. They look scary. That first line with Aho, Teravainen, and Svechnikov, it's just it's they were moving the puck around today, and at any point in time they could have made a play. And then when you have Jacob Slavin, is it Jakob?
Yeah. I
Anyways.
think he's American.
Yeah, I think I heard Jakob before. Anyways, when you have Slavin, like I saw him 3 times go down the wing in the offensive zone into the backdoor play, and it was open every time. The pass didn't get through, but I mean, it's there all the time. When you have the defensive players like jumping in like that, Carolina's a very, very big threat. But I got Bruins in 5. That's a little bit of biased opinion, but that's gonna probably be the better of the series that we got right now.
I'm gonna go Carolina in 7 because if I'm giving an opinion based on like who is the better team, it's gonna go to Boston, and I would say Boston in 7. But I see Carolina like they can win the series, and they're the team that I want to move on, so I'm gonna go with Carolina in 7.
All right, that makes sense.
Take it into the West with Vegas versus the Hawks.
I got Vegas, and if not doing clean sweep, I got them in 5.
Yeah, Vegas in 5. I don't think they're going to have any trouble.
No.
Colorado, Arizona.
Dude, this is the one that's it's gonna be an interesting series.
It's a lot closer. Like when you look at the seeding, Arizona's the 7 seed, Colorado's the 2 seed, and it's a surprisingly close series, I think.
Yeah, I got it going to 7, and I got Arizona edging them on in the end.
Well, the first period just finished in the first game, and Arizona managed to get 3 shots, and Colorado's got 13. So I'm gonna go Colorado in 5, but I think it's gonna be close. Like I don't think it's gonna be like they blew them out every game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a toss up, but I think it's gonna be quick.
It's a good series. Definitely 2 weird teams that no one would have thought would be playing right now.
Dallas and Calgary.
I don't want to see Calgary go far. I want Dallas to win, but that being said, I got the Flames in 6.
Yeah, they're 2 teams where I look at both of them and I think you being this team, you should be playing like they seem like they should be playing a really good team, but I don't. Flames in 6.
Yeah, I got Flames winning.
I don't think either of the teams are that great.
I got them both getting out the next round though.
Yeah.
Whoever goes through, but I'm gonna go with Flames in 6.
Blues and Nucks.
I don't like the St. Louis Blues.
Why is that?
Like kind of last year they won the Stanley Cup, and like
Actually, when you take a trip down the road, to Richmond Hill, on the sign it says "Home of Stanley Cup champion Jordan Binnington."
I don't like him. I don't like that.
Seems
sign.
like a good guy.
Yeah. If he doesn't crush your dreams of winning the Stanley Cup at home, I mean, I'm not gonna hoist the cup, but it's a good feeling. Anyways, I don't want to see them win. They're an amazing team. Gotta give them credit, but I honestly see Vancouver. I mean, the seeding's close.
Yeah, 4 and 5. St. Louis.
Maybe St. Louis shouldn't have lost the round robin like that, but I got this one going to 7 as well, and I got the Nucks. Beating them in 7. They got offensive power that could give St. Louis some trouble. It's gonna be a really good series.
This reminds me of the Leafs-Washington series, 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's gonna play out like the Leafs-Washington series. I think St. Louis in 6.
It's gonna be a good series though.
Yeah,
definitely interesting.
It's gonna be one of the better ones. See how the young players on the Canucks do, especially Quinn Hughes. I want to see how he does.
But I mean, St. Louis defense just unfair. Like when you think about it.
I think that's it. You got anything else?
I think that's all for today. For
Okay.
this episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Yeah.
Catch
Thanks.
the next episode. We'll see what the next episode is, and you'll see it.
You'll see it eventually. Probably.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Maybe you don't even see this one.
Maybe this is a la Rouge. Let's end it. Thanks for listening to End to End with Brandon and Mateo. I'll catch you in the next episode.
Ciao.
Peace.